live in Brooklyn, baby. We live in Brooklyn, baby. We're trying to make it, baby.
Anyway, yeah, so fascinating shit.
Yes.
And we've been told that there's a couple of things, some demonstrations that we're missed out on, but we will definitely have her back in here for that. But for now, one of the reasons why Nettie is so comfortable in her outfits and her wares because she used to be
an exotic dancer.
Used to be.
Used to be an exotic dancer.
Out in the Badlands of Vegas, as a matter of fact, that's
Yes.
correct. So
Yes. Vegas, New York, Long Island.
Vegas, New York, and Long Island.
Oh, okay.
Not a bad spot.
Wow.
So I mean, how
What
did you
is
get
it?
into
Yeah,
how did you get into
yeah.
the exotic dancing world?
That's a good question.
Isn't it?
When I was 18 years old, the best time to be when you're a female.
That's what I've heard.
I wanted to do porn. I did. But
Hentai porn?
probably. Without the tentacles.
And explosions, right?
No, I went to a couple auditions and okay, long story short.
So now, did
when you
anybody
say
fuck with you during the auditions? Did they try and have sex with you during the audition? Oh,
no,
so it was
they
above
just-
board decision.
I had to strip down though
Okay.
and do like a full turn and like a testing on the screen and all that other stuff.
Okay.
But because that was the audition and then they would go send you for your AIDS test and stuff, which apparently nowadays doesn't matter because everyone's just getting HIV left and right in the porn industry.
Oh yeah, well that's another story that we'll probably cover on the main show. That they like the industry is suffering because they forced them to all have condoms now because of all of that stuff, and obviously people want the fantasy. And,
I
yeah.
want to see. Like, I always turn away. If I see a condom, I turn away.
Yeah, because you're watching porn for the full fantasy, so that's fucking up the porn industry. But back to what you're saying.
Yes. So, long story short, when I was born, when I was a baby, I had a cyst on my bladder. I know you're like, what the fuck? Listen, I had a cyst on my bladder.
When you were
So,
born,
yes.
You were a baby when you were born,
Yes,
as
I was a
opposed to
baby.
an adult.
As opposed to an adult, a 30-year-old white male. I did not come out that way. So, they did surgery, but they took it out from the back. So now I have like a huge scar kind of going through my butt cheek. And white directors and black directors said, we can't shoot you like this. Because all the close-up shots, no one's going to be looking at the dick and the pussy. They're going to be looking right at your scar. So I was like, damn, what am I going to do now?
But wouldn't that? Well, I was just thinking, wouldn't maybe that be an attraction in itself?
That's what I thought. And like I could be, Scar Booty or something. That'd be my name. But they were like, no, it just looks gross on camera. So I got into stripping. Because I'm like, okay, I still need money, but I don't want to leave that kind of field.
The sexual field, okay.
Yeah.
And did you have any feedback negative while stripping because of the scar?
Sometimes it's not so much negative, it's mostly the weird questions.
Like how did that happen, or
did I sit on a knife?
A sex accident.
Yeah, something.
Yeah,
sex
or
accident.
the weirdest one was, did your pimp cut you?
Oh shit! No, I mean, but just think. I mean, from the old movies we used to watch, if the prostitute didn't do what the pimp wanted, he maimed her. Or, he ruined her. Basically. So
That's fucked up.
So that's yeah. So
Only once somebody asked me, did I used to have a cyst? And it was a DJ at a nightclub, at a strip club. And he pulled up his shirt, and he had the same type of scar, like, on his abdomen, and it kind of made an indent. And he's like, yeah, your scar looks like my scar. I'm like, oh, my God, all the years of me stripping, no one's ever asked me that.
Yeah, you finally found, okay. Okay,
Yeah.
so, but overall,
Yeah.
it wasn't like a detraction as far as in your business.
No,
Stripping,
not really. The club is dark, everyone's drunk,
Okay.
and my cheeks still feel soft, so
Okay.
it's okay.
How'd you make it out to Vegas?
I wanted to move out of New York. I was tired of New York. So I just saved up a whole bunch of money, and I was like, okay, wherever I go, where I point to, I'm gonna go. First I pointed to Hawaii. That shit was crazy expensive. Then I was like, oh, California. And it's not as expensive as Hawaii, but more expensive than New York. And I'm like, I need to get out of New York. So I'm like, oh, why not Vegas? No, first I thought Atlantic City. And then I'm like, Atlantic
That's not
City.
far enough out, yeah.
Yeah, and also Atlantic City has its ups and its downs, down during the winter. So it's like, oh, why don't I go to the better version of Atlantic City,
Yeah.
Las Vegas? So I went out there for like 2 days to look for an apartment. The apartments out there were really cheap. I got a brand new apartment for $750, like brand spanking new. No one else ever lived there. And then once I finally moved in, I just started auditioning at all these other clubs. But it's a lot different than New York. Like you need a TAF card, and you need to go get your fingerprints.
What's
And
that?
a TAF card is when you go to the precinct, it's like a card that you could show any cop that you're okay. If you was to get pulled over or whatever, and they're like, let me see your license, if you show your TAF card, then they could just run that instead, because that one specifically goes straight to your record.
Oh, I didn't even. Wow.
Yeah, it's weird. And so they would never have to bring you in to check you out, like New York.
Yeah,
New York,
yeah.
oh, we're gonna have to bring you in. We don't know what you have.
Exactly.
I'm like, run my fucking TAF card, then you're good.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, so but I had to do that. Then I had to also, because I was working around water and food, I had to get like a serving card. It was so weird. I couldn't just go into the club and
Are
shake
you
my
serious?
boobs. Yeah, because it's like Vegas is different than
Wow.
New York. There's so much money that comes into that town.
But I would expect you to need a specific license to shake
License.
some ass.
Oh, and I did need a stripping license. That was $200.
Now that I can understand, but I mean for the food and water, I mean that's
This is it.
that's like you need a
around it.
bartender's license if you're fucking dancing on the fucking bar top.
That's actually
That's
what
just-
it is.
That's kind of crazy.
It is, but then again,
Yeah, I guess if they can get away with it, yeah, because you wouldn't think that somebody dancing on the top of the fucking bar need a bar license, but you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, it was very weird. So I had to go through this whole process before, and that was the most I've ever had to go through for stripping. But believe it or not, I didn't mind it because the house fees were so cheap. Like the house fees were from $40 to $60.
Now explain house fees. Is that what you have to kick back to the house in order
Yes,
to
to
strip
work.
there? In order
Yeah.
to work there? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you have to pay that off the top, like as soon as you go in for the day.
It's cheaper if you pay it before you work, and it's more expensive if you pay it at the end of your shift.
Why is that?
Why is that? Does it become a
Because-
percentage situation?
Because I could leave. Like
Oh.
no one's really at the door like, did you pay your house fees, you know? So if I leave and then I come back and it's like, oh, I'll just pay the cheaper fee for the last time I was here. No, you left without paying, so you're gonna pay the late fee.
Oh shit.
Which is
okay.
more.
Damn.
So
Damn. You never. I guess when you just see someone up there, you don't think about all that goes into
Yeah.
this whole thing. And is there an audition process for exotic dancing?
yeah, like you just gotta bring in your heels. But then again, it's like I said, you have to spend money to make money. And you have to buy a whole bunch of things before you go out there, because it's like any crackhead could go on a pole. And if the club thinks that you're not gonna bring in money, then they don't want you.
Well, then I wonder what was the excuse. Remember, I've only been to, I think once a dedicated strip club, and that fucking shit Gaz took us to, that Denizen's fucking dungeon. But the first one was the one that Jay took us to. And I remember when the chick was like, the young girl, obviously it was her first day out. She was busting her ass all over the place. She couldn't walk her shoes. She kept falling.
Well, it was on a bar, right?
It was on a bar. It was on a bar thing, and I couldn't understand how she was allowed to go up there and totally. I mean, I felt bad for her. She kept falling and fucking like falling. She tried to go up on the pole, slides down, hit her back. She tried to get up and do a sexy walk. She trips, ankle turns over, she falls down. I mean, she just
could be
felt like,
Costello.
I don't know what it was. She just bust her ass so many times. So I didn't think there was any audition process. I thought they let anyone that was willing to go up there, because that woman was
I'm sure
horrible.
it depends on the caliber of the establishment as well. I mean, like I said, this bitch was dancing on a bar.
No, but remember that. But that place was that place that used to be on the Flatbush Avenue extension.
Yeah.
So that was a known place, though.
Wait a minute. Did they used to have like white drapes and it was a
I've
two
only
floors?
I've only went there
Yeah,
one
no.
time, so I have no
Do
idea.
you
'cause
remember going upstairs, downstairs? Was it like more of like a black? What's those kind of apartments? Brownstone.
No, it wasn't. This was like a building, but
Commercial
like I said, I could barely. All I remember was she was so horrible, and I felt so sad for her because she was really just, nobody wanted to give her any attention, no money, nothing,
Oh.
just aborting the mission. This is just not cut out for you. And I thought that they just let anyone get on the fucking stage because it was just terrible. I mean, she really couldn't. It was like she had vertigo or some shit. She was fucked up, man. It was terrible.
Yeah, well, some places, it's if you have the money to pay, then yeah, you can work here. Some places, you have to have the glitz and the glamour and the boobs and the blonde hair. Whereas some places, it just doesn't matter. You have to have the money. You can be fat to all damn, stink, hairy. Some places are like that, and that's why I don't do underground spots anymore.
Because the other place was an underground spot, and that shit was like horrible. You could barely see anything. That was just really fucked. That was a terrible
Did
experience.
they do a blanket show?
What the fuck is that?
A blanket show is when one of the strippers would come out and lay out a blanket and then do something with her pussy or her ass. Like there's this one girl who could like squeeze a whole 20-ounce water in there and just keep shooting it out at a will like a water gun.
Wow.
I've not at that point. I've been to a couple of
Like or with the ping pong balls.
yeah. Something like
Or this one girl I'd seen, it was crazy. It was a Hennessy bottle, and she put a condom over it. And I'm like, I doubt you're gonna get AIDS from a Hennessy bottle. Why do that? But she put the condom over the top, and you know how it's like a long neck.
Mm-hmm.
And was it Hennessy or E&J? I can't remember, but it was brown alcohol. And she sat on it with her asshole and just stuck it up her ass,
damn.
and picked it up and was dancing with it in her asshole. And I'm like, at first I thought it was in her
Play
pussy, and I was
beer
like,
pong in this
bitch, I can do
bitch's
that.
ass. Jesus Christ.
now some of these places are go-go places, right? I mean,
Well, the ones with the whole blanket show and stuff, those are like underground places, someone's basement, and then they have like a table with alcohol on it. And
because I remember my brother, even though he's a family man now, he was the king of the strip clubs back in the old days.
Really?
And he brought me to a couple of places. I remember there was this one chick, had a really good body, except she had like the fried egg titties and shit.
Yeah.
But she was buck naked, dancing on our table, except in heel.
Yeah.
And she was putting cherries in her pussy and having dudes take it out by the stem. And I was like, fuck you motherfuckers doing? You got crazy?
What the fuck are you
and
talking
she had to like hold cats back from eating her out while she was.
So they was going to put their bare mouth on the stripper's foot?
Yes.
Yo, we're going to have a new segment on the show, like I said before, called Begging for Death. And these motherfuckers, oh my God. Are you kidding
I
me?
never forgot that shit.
I would have had
Never
a
forgot
blast helmet on. One of the fucking wellness joints with the fucking shield coming all the way down. I wouldn't get nowhere near. Are you kidding
that.
me?
Never forgot that. Like I said, part of her show was putting the shit up there and had leaving the stem sticking out. And Cass was gonna go in there and biting. But like I said, she something the whole motherfucker's heads back. Was trying to eat it out right there on the fucking table.
That's disgusting.
white dudes.
No, these are black. This is in D.C. These
Oh,
are black
really?
motherfuckers.
Wow.
Damn. There's some deprived motherfuckers out there. But, hey, wow. That's a whole different subculture that, once again, I know
So
nothing about, but-
before we have to finish
Yeah.
up, gotta get Wildest Story.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, wildest story. Well, there was one story where I was in a club in Long Island, and usually a set is like 3 songs, so you're on stage for like 3 songs. And I got on stage, and I'm over here, doing my sexy stripper dance, and no one was paying me any attention. So the next song to come up was like a hip hop song. So I just started doing the Cabbage Patch and the Running Man, and I grabbed my heel, and I'm doing, the WAP and all that. And people just started flooding money at me.
Really?
Yeah, because I was like, what the fuck? You guys aren't paying me any
So
attention.
you decided to just hip hop dance.
Yeah, in my heels, in my nice little thong and
So they paid for
topless.
that, but the actual routine you intended was getting no attention.
None.
But just going up there doing the kid and play and all this other
Yes,
shit.
I did do the kid and play with the pole. I did do the kid and play with the pole.
Oh, yeah, well, I'm about to say, how do you even know these dances? You must
I
watch a
look
lot
young.
of movies, yeah.
I look very young.
Yeah, wow, so you're doing that, because she said the WAP. How the fuck would you know the WAP? I gotta ask you off camera how old you are, man. But yeah, so they were showering you for the,
Yes.
wow.
But the way that stage was, the bar was in between the customers, and like there's the bartenders are right there.
Yeah.
So you had to throw your money up there, and somebody crumbled up a $100 bill and threw it at me.
Shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I thought that was pretty amazing.
That's pretty good. You must have
And that's
really
the
been
wildest
busting out
story?
those dance steps. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's not the wildest.
Well, what's the wildest? I mean, or is the wildest like negative?
It's always drunk Mexicans. Here go my next drunk Mexican story. Here go my next drunk
Here
Mexican
we go with some
story.
excited section. The
Drunk
drunk
Mexicans. I don't
Oh
know what
my
it is.
God.
I'm not racist, but I am prejudiced, and I hate me a drunk Mexican. Anyway,
Were they
So-
asleep? Was he sleepy?
you know how they talk about.
I'm just saying, this
You
is
know how they are.
racist shit going on here, man. I didn't mean that literally. I'm like, God damn.
You know how they are.
I don't know how they are.
You
All I
never
know,
seen a drunk
listen,
Mexican.
look,
And it's like no matter what, they won't throw up,
I
they won't piss on themselves, but
you
they
know, the
get
fucked up thing is,
drunk.
and I think because the dudes work like 90 hours a day,
Maybe that's
because
why.
where you used to live, them two motherfuckers, I never saw them cats sober. When you was on Steuben,
First of all,
and it was
this
nice.
racist bastard is calling Puerto Ricans Mexicans. because
First of all,
he doesn't.
No, I can tell it
No, these motherfuckers, yo, get the fuck out of them. Yo, listen, that dude was Mexican. He would. I'm not even gonna describe what he looks like. I know what the fucking Mexican is. He was fucking. He didn't have no big fucking hat
How
on.
big a sombrero was.
I didn't listen, man. You're not gonna corner me into saying anything. The fucking dude was Mexican.
Was he sleepy? Jesus
No, that was I
Christ.
was being ridiculously offensive because of what she
No, but
said.
it's true. They do.
See,
They
she
do
said
the
it's
one
true.
eyeball like that, like they blink like this, and they're just slurring half English, half Spanish, Spanglish, whatever you want to call it.
Listen,
Before
this is
the
going into
ACLU rolls
hell.
up in
Listen,
here.
I'm not
Let's
racist
go-
against Mexicans.
What's the story with the drunk Mexicans?
So I'm like, do you want to dance? Let's go get a dance. $20 a song. They're like, okay, yeah, whatever.
Not see?
So probably, I don't know. He was so drunk, and I literally had to put my hands in his pockets for the money because
Oh,
he was
shit.
so fucking drunk.
Are you
So
serious?
I'm just over here taking all his money and all that other stuff.
So you robbed the drunk Mexican?
No, I did not rob him.
You
because-
earned that money that was in his pocket.
Yes, because I waited until the song was over to ask, do you want another song? And if he says yes, then I pulled another 20 out his pocket.
So how you know he was going to give you a 20?
Because it's $20 a song.
Oh, okay. Well, that's okay.
So I'm over here dancing, and the way I do white girl lap dances, I don't do black girl lap dances.
Okay, now you gotta tell us the difference.
More racist shit. Okay, what is the what's the white girl lap dance?
White girl lap dance, she'll just gently brush up against you. Not so much her legs aren't open, and she's
Yeah.
not over there twerking on top of you and stuff like that.
and they
just,
can't touch you, right?
No, they can't touch
Oh,
us,
okay.
and it's just mostly hands and body movements,
Okay,
and
that's
mostly
white girl.
talking. Yeah,
That's what
Black
Because
girl.
And what's
Black girl is just we straight trying to make you come in your pants. So
well,
you know, so the song could be over, or you
not
might want
brushing
another
yourself with
song.
fried chicken legs or nothing like that? No.
No
You
watermelon.
ain't got a 40 in your hand and shit. Balancing a fucking
No, I'm
40.
not over there lap dancing with a watermelon. No.
Oh, okay.
So it's
So you were getting
not.
a white girl.
Yeah, white girl
black
dance
lap
is
dance.
not that much contact.
Okay.
It's not like I'm just sitting on you grinding.
Yeah.
It's just, up and the illusion of me being in front of you.
Okay.
So I turn around, and then all of a sudden, this guy's thumb is in my asshole.
Because you have a thong on.
Yeah. And I couldn't believe it. So I slapped the shit out of him because it's not even like
Did he go, ay, ay, ay? I'm just fucking around.
Yeah, that's what the Klan used to say when they were lynching black people. We're just fucking around.
we're just
Oh,
fucking
man,
around.
you're dragging me into some shit that here. So my jokes are coming off like terrible. But go ahead. man. Go
Yes.
ahead.
So I went straight to the bouncer, like, oh my God, you need to yoke him right the fuck out of here. And they straight did. He got a couple hits in first.
He's a belligerent.
No, the security got a
Oh,
couple
okay.
hits in for me.
Gotcha.
Because I'm like, this fucking drunk ass Mexican just try to stick his thumb out of all the skinny fingers. You picked the fattest finger to just push in there. No warning, didn't even lick it first, nothing.
We need a disclaimer for this show. This show needs a disclaimer because you're not going to have me out there with no Mexicans chasing
the
me
funny part
around.
is I threatened him earlier as the editor of this show to make him look like a racist piece of shit. But I don't even have to.
No, listen.
Don't even have to. He did it to himself.
Oh, and you got to say it like that, right? So like I said, this is a blight. This show, but go ahead.
So they yoked him up, threw him out.
Yes.
That was it?
Yes. I thought that was pretty crazy because I've never had anything up there. Never.
Okay, that's part 2, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Anyway, you know what? We're gonna leave you people on that. That's like a cliffhanger.
Oh my God, yo,
Fabulous show. Thank you ever so much, Netty Chan, ladies and gentlemen, our wonderful announcer and conveyor of segments. She will probably, well, not probably. She's gonna be here again.
Yeah,
she'll have a new costume. Just give us like 5 costumes, and we'll see if anyone writes in and see which costume they want you to be in the next time you're on. 5 costumes that you have.
that you have. Yeah.
Okay, there's Leela from Futurama.
Okay.
Like I have the one eye and
Yeah,
everything.
okay.
There's what's her name? Chun-Li.
Chun-Li.
Okay. Street Fighter. Who else? I don't think I did the Japanese schoolgirl yet.
Okay.
I don't think I've done that. But with the Japanese schoolgirl, I was gonna bring in the rope for the demonstration.
Okay.
Who else is there? Oh, Sexy Cop.
Sexy Cop.
And you do have Harley Quinn.
Yes, I have Harley Quinn.
And Harley
Okay.
Quinn.
But
Okay.
Harley Quinn is just so much because it's like I actually made that from scratch. So it's
Okay.
literally only covering the bikini areas. And yeah.
Sounds like
But-
a winner.
But I would do the whole white face and everything.
Oh wow.
Okay,
Okay.
that's pretty cool. So there you have it, folks. There are your options. Let us know which outfit you'd like Netty to be in the next time she's here in Vintage Insanity Check mode.
Yeah,
Thanks
man.
again.
Thanks. My apologies to anyone.
Any Mexican.
Any Mexicans, yo,
No, but
listen.
it's not Mexicans. They just have to
Oh,
be
just gotta be the drunk ones, right?
Just so
I like
happens to be a sleepy.
I like Mark
Mexican.
Anthony. I like Enrique Iglesias. I like Selma Hayek. Okay.
Look,
Yeah, I'm sure that made it all better.
listen, I was just feeding off of what she was. It was just a joke. Trust me,
the
please.
drunk ones.
Just oh my.
I can't stand the drunk ones.
There's no getting out of this show. There's no getting out. I'm fucked.
We'll be back next week, of course.
Holy
like I said, big version style, big boy style, Insanity Check next week. I don't know. This might be the better show to do.
Oh shit, man. Yeah.
You guys are making me sore.
Oh God.
But, thank you all. Thank you, Netty. I am Ken. That is Skillet
Skillet sauce.
We're out of here.
Out of here.
Bye.